Don't worry about your bike. We're too concerned with you.
All right. Please.
Yeah, this one's all right. The other one's inside.
Like to tell me what happened?
She's the one you should be talking to in there. Just walked out, straight in front of me, didn't even look. Ask anyone. I didn't have a chance.
Okay, mate, thanks. You all right, love?
Nothing broken. Slight shock. I'd like to take her in, really, just to be on the safe side.
He's right. Let him give you a proper checkup, mate.
No, I'm all right, honest.
Well, I don't mind taking you, do you?
Make our day, wouldn't it?
No, I've got to get home. I've said it was my fault, given my address and everything.
I'm supposed to be racing this at the weekend. Now look at it.
Could have been worse, couldn't it? Might have been you lying there.
I'd be cheaper to fixing the bike.
Well, she won't go to hospital. We're getting her to sign an indemnity form now. Look, don't worry, mate. We'll sort her out. She only lives round the corner.
Right, you are.
All I'm asking for, Mr. Milner, is a proper description of the missing vehicle.
Don't tell me you've never seen one.
Well, let's assume I haven't.
Of course you have. Bright yellow, weighs about 7 tons with a shovel at the front and a bucket at the back. Or a bucket at the front and a shovel at the back. Depends which way you're standing, really.
Let's start with the registration number, shall we?
Mrs. Gillespie. DS Greig, WPC Croft, Sunhill.
Oh, that's lovely. Come in. The one in the uniform said it might be a couple of days.
Well, I can't go any lower than 2,750. That's the bottom line, right?
Is it a problem? No, no,
well,
go through.
No, honestly. Yeah, well, I've made my position clear. Okay, fine. Who is it, Mo?
It's the police.
Oh, I thought I said to cancel it, love. Save you the trouble.
It's no trouble, Mr. Gillespie.
Nothing stolen, you see. Anything worth any money is already gone.
Why were you in such a rush anyway?
I had to sign on. They go mad if you're late. It's this one.
Do you want me to see you in?
No. No. I'll be all right. Ta.
Couldn't wait to get indoors, could she?
All they've done is broke a window. Had a poke around. Probably kids.
Well, you'd be surprised how much people discover they've lost a week or so after the burglary.
They did take something. He won't tell you. Anyone would think he was made of money.
What was that?
His briefcase.
Oh, forget about the briefcase, Mo. I'll get another one.
He never did like it.
Look, why don't you show me where they got in? And perhaps you could tell my colleague something about the briefcase?
He's under a lot of pressure at the minute. He doesn't want to make a fuss.
Right, well, this is where they broke in.
Uh-huh. Where was the case?
The case? Oh, upstairs in the bedroom, I think.
Anything in it?
Never used it, did I? People want to see with your sleeves rolled up in this game, not pouncing around with a briefcase.
It's not the case I'm bothered about.
But you are worried about the threats.
If he thinks I've said anything to you, he'll go mad.
Tell me what happened.
Well, banging on the door, shouting in the street, "I'll kill you, Gillespie," effing and blinding. I told him he'd have to sort it out with the receivers. We haven't got two halfpennies to rub together.
And this was Mr.
Milner. I told him he'd have to join the queue.
What was your husband's involvement with Mr. Milner?
Him and John Riley, that was Ian's partner, used to hire a lot of stuff from Milner. Compressors, mixers, that sort of thing. He's got a yard somewhere. I couldn't stick him personally. Don't say nothing.
Right, thanks, Mrs. Gillespie. Your husband's given me all the details.
It's ready when you are, Sarge.
OK, we'll be in touch then.
Cost me over £100, that case. He's never once used it.
Made me look like a bank manager.
OK, thanks then.
Bye.
Most people would have had a list ready.
For the insurance, you mean?
Especially in their position. All he loses is an empty briefcase.
Did he tell you they've had threats? Creditors demanding cash, that sort of thing?
Anyone in particular?
Well, the most persistent was a chap called Milner. Came round threatening to kill Gillespie if he didn't pay up.
Would that be Michael Milner?
Plant hire.
That's the one.
Sierra Oscar 85 from Sierra Oscar.
Go ahead.
Disturbance number 20, Regis House, Ridley Estate.
Received, Reg. That's near Kirby's flat, isn't it?
Yeah.
Quiet! That was very quick. I'm very impressed.
I'm not with you, Mr. Milner.
Finding my digger. And it's Mickey.
This is DS Greig. I'm WPC Croft, Sunhill. And I'll stick to Mr. if you don't mind.
You can call me what you like, darling, as long as it's not late for dinner. I only reported it this morning.
I'm afraid this is about something else.
Oh, no.
We wanted to talk to you about Mr. Gillespie.
Mr. Gillespie, the master builder.
Have you seen him recently?
Dear, oh dear. He hasn't started crying already, has he?
Why would that be?
His company owes me a considerable amount of money.
And you've been trying to collect?
I asked him politely.
In your usual diplomatic manner, of course.
You know me, Mr. Greig.
And then you threatened his wife?
Is that what you said? I'm afraid poor old Maureen's a bit overwrought at the minute.
You did a lot of business with Gillespie.
No, peanuts. Couldn't buy the cat a canary out of what I made on the firm.
You don't know anything about a break-in at Mr. Gillespie's.
Behave yourself, Mr. Greig. What could he and Gillespie possibly have that I'd want?
Several £1,000s by all accounts.
You find a queue right down to Southend wanting money off Gillespie's outfit.
Tell me about Gillespie's partner.
Riley, I do feel sorry for.
Why's that?
Silly boy. Wouldn't be told, would he? Remortgaged his house and ended up in a bed and breakfast with his wife and a 6-month-old baby. At least Gillespie's still got a roof over his head. And now...
next door. And some bloke in a leather suit laying down the law.
Leather suit?
Let's take a look.
Banging on the door, shouting something about money. And I'll do this, and I'll do that.
I think you'd better let us in now, May, don't you? You've got your hands full. Are they all yours? No. I'm looking after them for a friend, just for a couple of hours.
So who was your visitor then?
He said I'd have to go to court if I didn't give him the money.
Who are we talking about?
The bloke on the motorbike, the one that ran into me. He said I'd admitted it was my fault. We've got witnesses.
Did he hurt you?
He says he knows people who'll sort me out. He made me sign a piece of paper.
What piece of paper?
I owe you.
How much for?
£1,000.
Do what?
I ain't got that sort of money. Where do you think I'm going to get £1,000?
All right. Look, take it easy. Now, the first thing is you don't have to give him anything.
But it was my fault, wasn't it? I told him it was.
It doesn't matter whose fault it was. You're a pedestrian. If he wants to claim off you, he'll have to take a civil action.
So I might have to go to court.
The court's not going to look very favourably on somebody who goes around threatening women, are they, eh?
Anyway, he can claim it off his own insurance. He's fully comp.
Come on. Let's get a proper statement, eh?
That too.
Well done. John Riley?
Who's asking?
Yes, Greig, WPC Croft Sun Hill. Can we come in?
Yeah.
Police. It's about your partner, Mr. Gillespie.
Ex-partner.
What, did Gillespie send you round here?
Nobody sent us. Mrs. Riley, is it?
He won't be satisfied till he sees us on the streets.
We're making inquiries about a burglary at the Gillespies.
How does this compare with the Gillespie's place, then? She's still got a free piece, has she? We didn't think this sort of thing could happen to people like us.
That'll do, Anne. She blames him for us losing everything.
Because he is to blame, that's why. We remortgaged our house for that firm and he took us for every penny we had.
What about you? Do you blame him?
It's the way it goes. Things have been bad for a lot of people. We'll pull through.
You're leaving?
Got a flat. Nothing great. First rung on the ladder.
So, things are improving, aren't they?
I won a few quid on the horses. Got enough for a deposit.
John.
Very nice.
What?
Look, we don't know anything about a burglary or money or whatever Gillespie's had nicked.
Actually, the Gillespies didn't have any money stolen.
All they did lose was, a briefcase.
The black leather one.
Mind if I have a look?
That's our case. That's something to do with Gillespie.
Yeah, well, you don't mind if I look inside, do you? You must have got very good odds on that horse.
We'll have a word with him, all right?
So you can stop worrying, he won't be coming back.
Oh, is something wrong?
No, nothing the matter at all.
Are they ready? I'll just get their coats.
I'll settle up with you now, May, shall I? Kids, eh? Of course, I don't like having to leave them, but you know what it's like. All got to earn something nowadays, haven't we?
Hello, Mummy.
£30, isn't it?
I think so.
Thanks a lot. Look, I'll see you tomorrow. Say bye-bye now.
Ta-ta. See ya.
Come on, darling.
I just do her a favour sometimes.
For cash?
What about the other two?
I just help out sometimes.
Regularly?
Now and again.
May, are you a registered childminder?
It's just a favour now and again.
You know you're supposed to be registered.
Going to, when I get sorted out.
What time do the children usually arrive?
About 8. Sometimes half past.
And what time did they arrive this morning, May?
May, your accident was 9 o'clock this morning, wasn't it?
I was only going to be out for a minute. I had to get my benefit. The door was shut, wasn't it? I mean, they were all right.
So you left them on their own?
You know we're going to have to report you, don't you?
I know what I'm doing, just because I ain't got a bit of paper.
You're supposed to be qualified.
Loads of people do it.
You're earning money and claiming benefit.
Oh, come on, that's not fair. First I get knocked over, now you're going to do me for babysitting.
Excuse me? Oi! Do we have to have all this in it?
Well, where else am I going to put it?
Well, couldn't you have waited for him at home?
No, I'm afraid we had to be out of our home by 12 o'clock. They'd have put someone else in there by now.
You can't just sit there, not with a baby and everything. We haven't got the facilities.
Oh, don't worry. We're getting used to that.
But I was the one that got hurt. Now I'm going to get done for it all because of you interfering.
When the DSS call round, just tell them the truth.
And what about him, the bloke with the bike? He gets off scot-free, I suppose.
Well, I think we'll pay Mr. King a visit, don't you, Polly? Tell him his fortune. Come on.
I'm showing Mr. Riley a black leather executive briefcase with the initials IG in gold. Can you tell me how you came by this case, Mr. Riley?
All right, I put my hands up.
You admit taking the case from the home of Mr. and Mrs. Gillespie?
The money's mine.
Yeah, let's concentrate on the case for the minute. You admit taking it?
Yeah.
Good. When did you take it?
Yesterday.
How?
You know how I broke in, didn't I?
Okay. Right, the money. I'm opening the case and showing the contents. £5,000 in notes of mixed denominations. Now, you didn't win this on the horses, did you?
No.
So why say you did?
We're supposed to be skint, right? I've got a wife and a kid out there, and I owe a lot of people a lot of money. If the bank found out I had a few quid in my pocket, we'd be back in a bed and breakfast.
So where did the money come from?
Why should I be the one who loses everything, eh?
I'm not with you. You admit the case belongs to Mr. Gillespie. What about the money?
Well, I wouldn't have pinched an empty case, would I?
So you're saying the money was in the case when you took it from Mr. Gillespie?
What was I supposed to do? Sit in that stinking dump all day and watch his missus spend it on cushion covers and matching serviettes, eh?
The money, John.
How many more times? I took the money in the case from Gillespie, right?
Right. OK, let's leave it there for the minute. Interview terminated at 12:25. Suzi. Call Mr. Gillespie, would you, and ask him to come down to the station.
Right.
Oh, and Suzi, don't say anything about the money.
Sierra Oscar 2 from Sierra Oscar receiving.
Go ahead, Sarge.
Laurel Road, damage only.
Receive, Sarge, on way.
How much longer is it going to be?
Look, Mrs. Riley, we're
I've got the baby here. She's...
Surely you didn't have to drag us all the way down here, did you?
Yeah, I appreciate you coming down.
That's him. That's the one you want to arrest.
Anne? Hey, Sam, what are you doing here?
What does it look like? We've got nowhere to live.
Look, if you'd just like to come through here, it won't take long. Thanks. 1 minute, Mrs. Riley.
What's Anne Riley doing here? Ian, what's going on?
There's a lot of fuss about one briefcase, isn't it?
Mr. Gillespie, Mrs. Gillespie, thanks for coming in.
That's it? That's your case?
Take a close look at it.
Well, that's the one, isn't it?
I don't know, do I? They all look the same to me.
You'd think you'd be grateful, wouldn't you?
You're sure that this is your briefcase?
Of course it is. I had his initials put on it, look.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Gillespie?
Yeah, could be.
Yes or no?
Yeah, all right. It looks like my case.
You silly fool.
Perhaps we could have a word in private, Mr. Gillespie.
Oh, no, you don't. I think I better come.
Mo! I have got a tongue in my head, love.
You can wait in the front office, Mrs. Gillespie.
Oh dear.
Sierra Oscar from Sierra Oscar 2.
Go ahead, Gary.
About that accident, Reg. It's an excavator. I think we've just struck gold. Anyone hurt?
Not so far.
What happened?
It's knackered. That's what happened.
Can't you shift it out of the way?
I'm not touching it. Hydraulics are gone.
Are you the owner, sir?
Only bought it yesterday. It's a death trap.
And I'm telling you, I don't know where the money come from, all right?
You get bar gold and you lose an empty briefcase. Then the briefcase turns up and it's full of money.
Riley admitted nicking it. You told me that.
Doesn't it strike you as a bit peculiar?
No, it doesn't. Why don't you ask him where it come from?
I have. Mr. Riley says that the money was in the case when he took it.
Well, then he's living in dreamland, isn't he?
He says you owed him it.
Look, would I be flogging a telly if I had £5,000 upstairs?
Who said anything about £5,000, Mr. Gillespie?
Didn't you check it before you bought it?
Of course I did. But this job has a penalty clause. If I don't finish by Friday, I end up owing them. I had to have a digger.
Sierra Oscar 2 from Sierra Oscar.
Go ahead, Sierra Oscar.
It sounds like the same one, Gary. They've obviously changed the licence plates, but the engine number's the same. Registered keeper is a Michael Milner.
Thanks, Reg. Out.
Well?
I'm afraid it's the same one we're looking for. Reported stolen this morning.
I bought it all above board. I had the papers and everything.
Where did you buy it?
Fella was selling up bankrupt stock.
So either Gillespie didn't want anyone to know he had the money, including his wife.
Or Riley got it somewhere else.
So why say he got it from Gillespie?
Maybe Riley's trying to stitch him up. He's got the motive.
We're not talking about Smiley's people here, are we? We're talking about a couple of glorified hod carriers with a cash flow problem. What about Mickey Milner?
It was Milner put us onto Riley.
Anything that Milner does deserves a second look. Have another go at him. Oh, and Alistair, don't let him tap dance around the yard.
Alistair, have you got Mr. Gillespie in?
Yeah, why?
Well, Loxon and McCann have found that excavator that went missing this morning.
Milner's?
Yeah, and the first time it was used, the hydraulics packed in and dropped the bucket on top of some poor so-and-so's car, and the excavator was bought from a Mr. Ian Gillespie.
Cheers, Bob. Let's go and see what he's got to say for himself now. Right, Mr. Gillespie. Michael Milner. Any little bells tinkling in the distance?
Yeah. Plant hire. We used him if we had a big job on.
Mr. Milner was in here this morning to report a theft from his yard. A 7-ton excavator. He's a lucky man.
Really?
I've just heard it's been found. Odd thing is that the new owner says he only bought it yesterday from a Mr. Gillespie. Now, why don't you save us all a lot of time and tell us what's going on?
Well, all right. Riley and me, we did sell it after Milner gave it to us.
Oh, come on. 1 minute Milner's threatened to chop your legs off, and the next he's giving excavators away.
It was clapped out, wasn't it? I mean, he knew we couldn't afford to pay him back what we owed him, so he made us an offer.
Which you couldn't refuse.
We weren't in a position to refuse, were we? Look, he wanted shot of it. So we took it off his hands and flogged it for $5,000. 3 to pay off Milner and $1,000 apiece for me and Riley.
And this was a totally innocent arrangement, was it?
That's right.
So why change the licence plates?
Well, they were just some I had hanging about the place. Thought it'd just be temporary. I wanted it to look street legal, you know.
Of course you did. So if all this was so spotless, why did Milner walk in here this morning and report it missing?
Oh, ask yourself. It's greed, isn't it? I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if he's setting up a nice little insurance claim for himself.
And what about Riley? What's he doing pinching briefcases?
Riley got impatient, because I couldn't pay him straight away.
You thought you could stitch him up? Keep your share and his?
It was me that got the deal, wasn't it?
Without telling Riley?
I was the one taking all the risks. I mean, if Riley had been a real mate, he would have just had taken his 1,000 when he broke in, wouldn't he?
Afternoon. We're looking for a Mr. King.
Yes.
It's about the accident that happened this morning.
You lot weren't much help, were you?
Is he in?
Well, he couldn't go to work after that, could he? Could we have a word with him? You know how much that bike cost him?
Through here, is it, Mrs. King?
It's not paid for yet, you know. I hope you're going to charge that woman with something, walking in the road like that.
Nice one. You've sorted it all out then?
Sorry? But just wait there, will you?
Now I've had a word with her. You know, she's owned up. Everything's cut and dried. I owe you, see? Got her over a barrel.
Did you force Mrs. Kirby to sign this piece of paper?
No, she admitted it was her fault, and now she's going to pay. I don't see what the problem is.
Did you lead her to believe that she might be taken to court if she didn't?
You weren't interested, were you? She was in the wrong, you know that. I didn't have a chance.
You threatened to send someone round, have her beaten up.
Look, I'm the injured party.
You were going to have her sorted out.
I wasn't serious, was I?
Well, she thought you were.
Christopher King, I'm arresting you for demanding money with menaces. You don't have to say anything unless you wish to do so, but what you do say may be given in evidence.
I don't believe it. It was all her fault. She's the one who should be arrested, not me. Why don't you go and arrest her?
Milner's the one you want to talk to, not me. Get Milner down here now.
Just calm down, will you?
Is that you, Gillespie? You slag!
What's your problem?
Well, what would you have done, eh? Spend the rest of your life in that dump with a wife and kid?
Just bear with us, Mr. Riley.
Right, come here!
Why on earth would I ask someone to sell an excavator for me?
Do you pretend it was stolen and claim on the insurance?
That's against the law.
You dropped them in it, didn't you, Mickey?
I'm staggered, I really am.
You got greedy.
Who are these two geniuses?
Your old pals, Gillespie and Riley.
Gillespie and Riley. Sound like a double act.
Not a very successful one.
I have to say, Mr. Greig, I'd like the two of them prosecuted. Can't have dangerous tea leaves like that running round now, can we?
So you didn't dream up this little scam then?
I think you should use the full severity of the law on them.
Defrauding an insurance company is a serious offence, Mickey.
Why on earth would I want to get mixed up with that sort of nonsense?
You're prepared to see them go down for something you organised?
Losers, Mr. Greig. Imagine you're on the bench and I'm up in front of you along with Riley and Gillespie. Who are you going to believe?
Thanks, Mr. Milner. We'll be in touch.
You want to get those two villains locked up straight away, Mr. Greig? You never know what they'll be up to next, do you?
You got a minute to talk about my two, Ray?
Yeah, sure, the office.
Yeah.
Gillespie. I'm bailing him.
Fine, what about Riley?
Riley, I'm not so sure.
What's the problem?
No fixed abode.
Ah.
Yeah, if he's got no home to go to, chances are he's going to do a runner.
Do you think he might abscond, Sarge?
It's possible. No bail for Riley, then?
Yeah. I mean, what's he got to lose? No home, no job. He's up for burglary and TDA. Riley's staying here.
Look, his wife's in the front office with the baby. Who's going to tell her?
Why won't you let me see him?
I think he's still being interviewed, Mrs. Riley. I'm sure DS Greig will sort it all out for you.
Yeah, I'll be with you in a minute, Mrs. Riley. He'll be through now, Mrs. Gillespie. You can meet him at the front.
Thank goodness for that.
What about John? You're keeping him in, aren't you?
Yeah, let me just explain what's happening.
And you're letting Gillespie out? Why? Why?
It's a bit complicated, Mrs. Riley.
No, it's simple. I've got a baby to look after and nowhere to sleep tonight, and you've got my husband locked up. I can't go anywhere without him. What's complicated about that?